Hello, everybody. Time for us to do another live. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. I'm really excited, as you guys can see, because I absolutely love Mondays. Also, because I get to come and spend some more time with you guys. Let me just refresh my screen really quick and make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me fix me up a little bit. That you guys can hear me and that you guys, everything is cool before I start speaking. Hello. As you guys come in, just go ahead and drop your name so I can say, what's up to you? Hey, Shamika, how are you? As you guys come in, just go ahead and drop your name so I can say hello to you. We're going to talk about how to get them to stop liking and buy. How to get them to stop liking you and buy. And it's not necessarily we can hear you. Hey, Danny. What up, girl? It's not that you want them to stop liking you. It's not that you want your people to stop liking you. Hey, Shamika. It's not that. What it is that you want them to buy. And you're trying to figure out, why am I spending so much time? I'm going on live streams. I'm putting out these posts. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Why am I spending so much time and people are still not buying? So I've been getting this question a lot, and I've been seeing this comment a lot. If you guys are facing this right now, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat box, because I know that I talk about community a lot. And because community is what you need to grow, right? So I know that I talk about community a lot. And I know that there are some of you who is already growing a tribe, who may already have a Facebook group, who may already be growing those people around you. And you're wondering, okay, they're just liking me. Oh, I love you so much. They're sending you those comments. Oh, yes, girl, you said that. That's exactly what I needed to hear, right? So what it says, set up your microphone upright. Beautiful. Set up my microphone upright. What? What, Jocelyn? Should I put it up? That's what you're saying? You gonna tell me. So, you're like, okay, they're telling me they like me. They're coming on all my lives. They're opening my emails. They're showing up on my webinars. They're saying they're feeling me, but my sales is not showing that they're feeling me. So what's going on? I need them to stop liking me so much and start buying. And you know what? We have all been in that position. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Stand it up straight. Oh, okay. Stand it up straight. Got it. Okay, right? So we have all been in that position, and that's what we're going to talk about today, okay? So those of you who are new to the Divapreneurs chat box, welcome. We are extremely happy to have you. My name is Niala Phillip. I'm a marketing and income strategist. I'm also a speaker and the founder of We Win Movement. I'm also the host of this amazing group, and I work with female coaches, consultants, and service providers, teaching them how to see the cash in their business using my See the Cash system, okay? So the See the Cash system is basically the system that helps you captivate and cultivate a community that converts. Because I believe everything starts with community. Without community, then you're not really working in your purpose. You're not really transforming lives. Without community, then you don't really have people to sell to. Without community, you don't have people to refer you. So everything starts with community. All right, so that's why we're going to talk about this, because I'm always preaching community, which means that some of you are out there, you're growing your Facebook groups, you're doing all this stuff, and you're wondering, why are they still not buying? So we're going to talk about that. So the first problem with that question, why are they not buying, is that you shouldn't really be thinking that way. Okay, facts is that about 90% of your audience is not really going to buy. They're not going to really become your coaching clients. They may buy, but they're not going to really become your coaching clients. Okay, so that means that if you're going live stream every day and you have about 100 people coming on your, maybe you're in Periscope, because I know some of you are in Periscope and you're building up your audience over there, right? So let's say you have about 100 people that come on your Periscope all the time. 90% of those people are not going to become your clients. So the first thing that you're doing wrong is you're thinking in the way of, why are they not buying? What you want to be focused on is, how am I going to continue to serve these people? Because number one of the things that my coach always says to me is, And I'm going to tell you guys a story how she told me this the first time. But one of the things that she always says to me is, regardless to what, Niala, the person who you're speaking to, they either could be your client or they can know somebody that could become your client. Okay, so they know somebody that needs your services. Their neighbors need your services. They know somebody that needs your services. And at some point, somewhere down the line, someone is going to ask them, hey, do you know somebody that design websites? And if you're that website designer that's captivating your audience and they're there with you and they like you, they're going to recommend you. So you kind of see how that works. So that's the first thing. And I'm telling you guys a little story how she told me this for the first time, how it came about. So not too long ago, I went to a speaking engagement where I was able to meet some really, really amazing people. One of the people I met was Desiree Lee, the young lady who I put her post this morning in the group because she is going to be coming in the group to do something with us. We'll talk about that later. So I met Desiree Lee, and when we were speaking in the hallway, she was signing her books, doing her book signing, and we were speaking in the hallway, and she had asked me a question. And in all the excitement, and then like people talking around, and in all the excitement of just being able to meet her because I was following her story for a little while, I did not really hear what that question was. But guys, what she had asked me was if she was to send her clients over to me to work on marketing their book because she helps people get published, right? And put their story out to the world, right? So what she asked me was, if she was to send her people over to me, would I be able to provide those services to her people? Now, I did not hear this question. In my defense, guys, I didn't hear this question. And I thought she was saying, did I do like done for you services? Meaning, can someone come to me and I'm going to market their book for them? That's what I thought I heard. So I just was like, no. I said no, and she said, no, I can't send my clients to you. I'm probably going to repeat this story again when I bring her to talk to you guys. But yeah, she said, no, I can't send my clients to you. And here I was like, oh no, that's not what I meant. And and I'm freaking out because I didn't really mean to say no to her. So my coach pulled my socks up after, don't worry, I fixed it, guys. As you can see, she's coming in the group to teach y'all. So I fixed the conversation and we had a wonderful conversation. Okay. So my coach ended up saying to me and pulling my socks up later and said, hey, Niala, don't always pay attention, because remember, whoever you're speaking to, they might not need your service, but they know somebody that needs your service. Okay, so that is how she said it to me the first time, and ever since then, I'm more like I'm very focused, even more on, you know what? I have to make sure my audience focuses on this. I have to make sure my audience is not paying attention to who's not buying, but paying more attention on who they're serving. Because when people start knowing and liking you and they start referring your services, even though they don't need your services, guys, they're doing a lot of the hard work for you. So when they go and they refer you, those people who they're referring you to, they already trust them. So because this person trusts you, they're more likely to do business with you. So that's the first thing, is we got to come from a place of serving and not like we're just out for the sale, because that is why you're feeling disappointed. And it's probably the biggest reason why you're feeling overwhelmed, like you're doing too much and people are not buying. All right. Now, the second thing, which a lot of coaches would not mention, because I do sales and I love talking about how you're going to get those conversions, we're going to talk about this. Most successful people, okay, they already understand that 90% of their audience are not going to become their one-on-one clients or join their high-ticket programs, right? But what they do is they have mastered the ability to monetize that other 90%. Okay? So let me tell you what I mean by that. Let's say you are an affiliate for a few programs that maybe that other 90% would buy. So you may not necessarily be working with them one-on-one, but you're still getting a commission from giving them products from your colleagues or places that you're affiliate from, sharing things with them. So let me make an example. Let's say I put out an email where I'm giving you the 10 top tools that I use as a blogger. And let's say you're a blogger. You don't necessarily sell services. You do more affiliate marketing, making money from your blog. So you would probably not ever become my one-on-one client. However, because you're a blogger and you have a blog, me giving you these 10 tools that I use on my blog ends up being very, very valuable to you. And if I'm an affiliate for those 10 tools that I'm giving you in my email or on my checklist, my freebie, right? If I'm an affiliate for those 10 tools, then I'm going to earn a commission if you buy. Tap up the screen if you guys understand what I'm saying. When I say successful people have mastered the ability to monetize that 90% that's not going to join their high ticket programs or their one-on-one coaching. So that's the reason why when we come from a place of serving, we bring people into our community because we know we can't teach everything. Let's say you are a PR person and I want to bring you into my audience so you can teach my divapreneurs about press releases. I don't know anything about that. You're the expert at that, right? So I want to bring you in and you have a signature program that's $2,000 where you do done for you services for your client. Let's say I have a few people in my audience who's getting a book out or something and they need press releases, right? So I come and I bring you into the Divapreneurs chat box. You speak to the ladies, you teach a lesson, and you give your offer for your program. But I have already worked out an agreement with you because that's something like what happens behind the scenes, right? So I've already worked out an agreement with you that if anybody in your community comes in and join in, then I will give you $500 or $1,000 from that $2,500. Do you see how I am able to monetize that 90% that probably would not become my one-on-one client? Because you are finding ways to serve. You're coming from a different place. You're not just thinking of, OMG, I gotta have coaching clients. That's all I could do. The more you serve, and this is why I love doing my content plans, because when I do content plans, it's like you start to see everything come together and you start to realize that, wow, I'm actually providing more information than I think. And if I really knew about all the tools that were out there, like affiliate marketing, because if you guys don't know about it, it is a great way to add another stream of income. But let's say you know, if I didn't know these tools, how can I monetize that other 90%? And that's the reason why you will see that a lot of people like not even me, because I have a huge community, but it's not even as huge as other people, right? So people that have a big community, guys, the reason why they're able to come every day and they don't seem stressed like, OMG, they not making no money and I'm here and they listening and they taking all the juice and they not buying. The reason why they're able to come and still stay here and I can come every day and still be happy to be here with you is because I don't have everything in a bubble. I already know that if 20 people come here on a workshop, I'm not going to get all 20 to join my coaching program, but I have just nurtured 20 people that's going to share my message. I've just nurtured 20 people that if they like me, right? Because we're talking about getting them from liking to buying. If they like me, they're going to take my advice and I'm going to be able to start influencing some of their decisions, because that's what starts to happen. Because if I'm making a certain, if you see, oh wow, Niala business is growing, I like what she's doing, and I start sharing with you what I'm doing and what I'm using to get it done, hello, are you not going to say, you know what, I think I may want to try some of those things, because if it's working for her, it may work for me. So what happens is you start putting yourself in a position where you are influencing people, so you're monetizing that 90%. And that's the reason why it starts to become really easy to just come and serve and speak, because even if you don't get the sale right now, let me tell you, you're going to get it later. And it takes me to my third point. People who are making more than $5,000, more than $10,000 a month in their business, guys, These people have systems. They have money producing systems, and you keep hearing me talk about that. So right now, while I'm sitting here speaking to you, there are people that are getting my emails. There are people that are downloading my freebie and coming into my community. There are people that are being sold to, and there's a list of people that are being monetized before they even get to the point where they're going to be ready to work with me one-on-one. They even know anything about me yet, right? So the systems is important. You see, all these things, it's not that you don't want them to like you, it's that you're looking at it in the wrong way. You need those people in your community, and you need them to like you. When they start liking you, it moves to trust. It moves to them sharing what you're doing. And if you know, when I was in the salon, one of the things that I could tell you is most of my new business came from referrals. So if I did somebody here, I'm going to end up doing their mother here when Mother's Day come. And if the mommy like me, then she going to end up being my client too. And then if the granddaughter come and spend a few weeks with her, she going to bring her granddaughter to come get the hair done. Then I end up doing the grandbaby too. So it starts from referrals, and then the family and everybody, and then you and the client just come more and more and more and more, right? So you guys got to come from a place of serving, because the more you do that is the more you're going to see that you are speaking to your clients. You are just thinking that everybody is your client, and everybody is not. However, everybody could definitely be influenced and touched by what you're doing and what you're sharing with them, even if they join your one-on-one programs or not. And that's the reason why focusing on content starts to be the next important thing. Like, after I figure out who I'm working with, after I figure out how I'm going to serve them, now I got to create this content plan, because I want to be able to reach them. And I want all of them to be able to find some type of satisfaction in what I share, that even if they don't stay, they'll remember me. So when they do meet that person that needs my services, they're going to share. They're going to be like, Niala, that's the one who, I never really worked with her one-on-one, but listen, I've been on all those live streams and I've been hearing some things. And when they say that to somebody who knows them, that's it. You get a client. You get another person in your community ready for you to cultivate and convert. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so let's run through it. I'm going to just look at my notes one more time. I didn't even look at my notes once because I'm really just talking off of my own experience. But I'm going to look at it one more time because I want to recap. Those of you who are on the replay, if you find any of this useful, valuable to you, definitely love it up, heart it up, share it out, or invite your friends to come on into the group, okay? All right, so the first thing we spoke about is that you're thinking about this in the wrong way, meaning you don't want to come from a place of serving, you want to come from a place of selling, okay? Because 90% of your audience will not become your one-on-one clients. 90% of your audience is not your ideal client, and they are not going to be at the point where they want to work one-on-one with you. But everybody who you come in contact with can either be your client or know someone that can be your client or need your services, okay? Definitely look at the replay, guys, but I'm just going to run through it really quick. The next thing we spoke about is people who are really, really successful and people who are making money in their business because they understand that 90% of their audience is not going to buy. They also have mastered the ability to monetize that 90%. So they have implemented different strategies within their business, like affiliate marketing, like sales funnels, right? They have figured out those strategies and they have implemented those strategies so that way they can monetize that 90% that's not going to become their client. The other thing is going a little deeper, which is the systems. So because they know about the sales funnels and because they have grown this community and they understand what their challenges are, how they can help them, even if they're not going to become their one-on-one client, they can sell through emails. They can do it automate. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to understand that it's not about how much people like you. It's really about, am I serving them enough that they see the value in what I'm sharing? Forget, because the fact that if they keep coming, they already like you. Like, that's it. Nobody's going to keep coming and watching your live if they don't like you. I mean, that's facts, right? So they already like you. What your next thing is, have they seen the value? You know, do they think what I'm sharing is valuable? Do they know someone that will see the value? Which is why you see us come on a live stream. You heard me say, share it out. Invite some people in. Because you may be somebody who's getting value here, but may not ever be my one-on-one client. But because you share it out, because you invite some people in, there may be somebody on your list or someone that you know that will become my one-on-one client. So you see, just like that, that's a simple strategy. It's not even something that needs to be thought of. But the way I explained it to you, you'll be like, oh, wow, yeah, that's like a strategy, right? You're telling people to share it out, and you're tapping into my community. You're tapping into the people who I know. And one of those people may, want to hire you. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about them implementing those strategies. And that is why they can come every day and they can serve, knowing that 90% of the people they are serving will not be their ideal client and will not work with them one-on-one. All right? So do you guys have any questions at all? Any questions? I don't think I had anything else. Did I? No, I didn't. I did have a little note here where it says, Nicki Minaj got put on. And that's because what I was going to say is that you can be found, like how I gave you the story of how I met Desiree Lee. Basically, you can be found. People can find you out online, which is why you just continue to serve and share and share and share, right? Because people are going to fall in love with your personality, and when they're ready, they're going to come on over. Thank you, El Michelle. Thank you, Jocelyn. All right, so another invitation, guys. I think I'm at 4 now because we welcomed someone else into Slay Your Brand today. So I got 4 more spots open for anyone of my coaches, consultants, or service providers who are ready to take their business to the next level, who's ready to take their business where they are no longer overwhelmed, no longer struggling, setting up the systems that they need in their business so they can start generating income and making more of an impact. So you saw me put out on the group earlier that Desiree Lee is going to be coming in to do a open conversation with me for you guys, but she's also going to be coming into Slay Your Brand to help you guys get published and work on your marketing for your book. So, Slay Your Brand is designed to help you reposition yourself for more of a global impact. And what better way to make an impact than becoming an author? What better way, especially for my people who are authors already, because I get it all the time. I'm an author, but I don't make any money from my book. Like, that's okay, but that's not why we, right? That's not why we became authors, right? We want to share our story, but we also want to get royalties. We want to make money from our book, right? So what better way to create that impact than to really get our book out if we have one already, or to get published if we don't have one yet? So what I've done here, which I can tell you guys, is that I already know what I'm an expert at, and I'm bringing it all to you. And the places where I'm not an expert at, but where I know is going to help you reach your results faster, I've got the people coming in to help you. So that's why Desiree Lee is coming in. That's why Kim McCarter is coming in to help you set up your money sales funnel. Why? Because you need this. Because I want to help you get to the results faster than all the other strategies that you've heard, because you're pretty much listening to people telling you a bunch of different strategies, and the truth is you just really want to make money. Like, that's the facts, right? You just really want to make money in your business. Okay? And you know that when you make money, then you'll be happier. When you make money, then you'll be able to invest. When you make money, then you'll be able to do the things that you want to do. One of the things that I want to do, I don't know if I've ever shared with you guys, is that I want to open up a resource center for foster kids that are transitioning that are aging out. That's what we call aging out. When you turn 18 and it's time for you to leave and they just send you on your way. And you never knew how to do a rental application. You never know how to do anything. You just get sent, which is why the statistics for children that are coming out of the foster care system are so low. They end up in jail or dead because they weren't given the resources and they weren't getting the help that they needed to transition out of the foster care into the real world. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to open up a resource center for children in New York City that's transitioning out of the foster care into the real world. But how can I do that if I'm not making enough money? And this is why we got to talk about money. This is why we got to stop being in business and not making no money. You understand? Once you make the money, you can breathe. Yes. Hey, Samira. Exactly. Once you make the money, you can breathe. You can breathe. That's like a whole, that's like a whole other, live stream. Is like, what do you do to try to get that quick 1,000 so that way you could take that 1,000 and you could put it to somewhere else to do more. Like, that's how I came up, right? So I know how it is. And you got to make that money. You have to have the conversation, and you have to figure out, how am I going to do this? I'm going to share what I got to do with my community. And that's what Slay Your Brand is about, helping you grow that community, set up the systems that's going to help you make money, all right? So you can make that impact that you really want to make, because it all starts with making money. I had a talk one time where, I was saying when people come up with a business idea, right? The first thing they do is they say, I got to get business cards. I got to get a website. Oh, I'm going to start going to some networking events. Or I'm going to call my friends and my family. I'm going to let them know what I'm doing. That's their first reaction. The first thing they think about, the first action that they take when they start a business. But the truth is, this is not what I did. I wish I knew this. The truth is, it's really your financial stability that you want to think about first. Because you could go ahead and spend your last, which is what most people do, which is what I did. Because in the network marketing world, that's what happens. Oh, $99 to join a business. Hello, if all you could spare is $99 to join a business, your business ain't going nowhere. Because you need more money to be able to promote this business and do, you know what I mean? So it's like, you got to think about the financial stability of your business first. So what I have done with my system is I have put you in the position where you can bring in the sales first, so that way you can allocate the money where it needs to go, so you can get yourself a step further. Because that's how this whole thing works. That's how this whole thing works. You don't just come out in the game making $20,000, right? So we got to take those steps, and we got to set up those systems. So if you guys, if you're someone who's listening to me and you're like, listen, I'm tired. This is what I need right now in my business. I need you to please get into Slay Your Brand. We have 4 more spots left, and I'm only opening, this program only opens once a year. Do the research. Once a year, right? So, and that's because this is my signature program. This is my way to help more people, but at a more affordable price, because working with me one-on-one has changed dramatically from last year, right? So now it's like, I want to be able to reach my people still. And it's amazing to be able to go through this with 14 other women. It's amazing. Trust me. The brainstorming, the mastermind alone, the connections alone that you get. Right now, in my inner circle, for my coach, I'm in her inner circle. And one of my inner circle members is actually an expert at copywriting. And I now just got somebody that can help me with my next sales page, and I would have never been able to make that connection like that. Hello, I have already spent money on copywriters and it didn't work. I would have never been able to make that connection if I'm not in this inner circle and I didn't meet people and they got the same type of mindset as me. They're working on their personal development like me. They're going to the next level in their business like me. So it just flows. And I think that right there is priceless. So if you're somebody who really, really, really needs this, and you're serious, please, because I've been on the phone a lot and I don't really have a lot of time. So you're serious? Then I want you to join me. I want you to go ahead, and I'm going to send you the link really quick right now. I want you to go ahead, fill out the application. It's about 9 questions. And the questions is really so I can learn more about your business, but also so I can get you thinking. Because a lot of times what you think is your problem is not. And what you think you need to do to fix your problem is not what you need to do. And the mindset that you need to have to come in this type of environment that you're about to enter in, which is a coaching program with someone else, right? There's some things that you need to be able to really see success in that type of program. So I just have some questions. So Famira said, amen. Yes, invest in yourself and get around others who are well. That's right, honey. It changes everything. And it's not that, oh, everybody could just invest. Because y'all know I keep it 100, okay? Not everybody have the best credit. Not everybody have people they could borrow from. But guess what? What I will tell you is you better know how to get resourceful if you don't. Because that's something that entrepreneurs do. I have sold things. I have had ads on Fiverr. I told you guys that before. That I used to do graphics when I first started on Instagram, because I was known for this whole Instagram thing. I used to do graphics and put out little ads on Fiverr, and that was like my little freelancing side. I never advertised it. It was just on Fiverr. So if you're not gonna, it's like, Famira, you're absolutely right. It's not that you know everyone is in the position where they can invest, but it's your mindset. What are you willing to do to get what you want? And that's the difference between the people who make it and the people who don't, which is why there's only a few that actually make it. And that's so sad, because we all have it in us to do it. We really do. Every last one of you do. It's just, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to get resourceful? And most of you are moms, so already know you're resourceful. That's the thing. That's the thing that I always wonder. Like, you already know you're resourceful. I went through the times where I didn't have no money, and I'm like, how am I going to feed my kids? I got them fed, though. I took them to the neighbors. I might not have ate, but I took them to my neighbors, because my neighbor had 4 kids and her husband, and they all used to cook every day. They were Jamaican. I went through that time. My kids didn't need to know, but they ate. Get resourceful. Get resourceful. You got to get resourceful. I'm telling you, you may not be in the position. I just sent you guys the link, so if you guys want to go ahead and fill out your application, you can. You may not be in the position where you feel you're probably telling yourself you can't invest, but you shouldn't be. What you should be saying is, what do I have to do to invest? Even if I have to start small. What do I have? Let me tell you something, guys. And I don't even know if I ever shared this before, but there's something called PayPal working capital, right? Give me 1 second. There's something called PayPal working capital, right? And with PayPal working capital, what it is they give you loans. It's not based on your credit. It's based on the volume of money that you have coming into your business, okay? So what I did, this is just my little trick. And if you guys want to use this trick, then you got to start from now, though. So I've had a PayPal account for over a decade, all right? And when I first started, like I said, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old, and I've always had an entrepreneur spirit. Even when I was babysitting kids, you may call it babysitting, but I had a privacy policy, an application, playpen set up. My house was a daycare. It wasn't no babysitting, okay? It was a business. So with everything I did, I always knew, that I had to set up my stuff as a business. So when I first started with PayPal, I had already got a business PayPal account. So that's number one. If you don't have one, get one. You may have a personal one, get a business one too. That's the first thing. So because of that, I had a PayPal account with seniority. Then when I got laid off my job and I decided that I was going to start doing hair in the house, I was using PayPal to take payments. So all these payments started coming into my PayPal account. And then when I opened up my shop, because in the beginning it was just a one-person shop until I was able to hire people I had 5 station salon, so I had to rent out my other stations. But when I first started, it was just me. So when I got there, I would also swipe in the salon, and then my volume got, grew. Then I joined It Works. I'm just giving you a timeline, and this is all with PayPal. Then I joined It Works. And even though I was in It Works and I was a distributor, I used to sell my body wraps on the side, like in the street. People come into the shop, buy their body wrap, go drop it off. I even sold in Trinidad. I had international customers. So, the currency in Trinidad is 6 to 1. So six TT dollars is $1 in the US, right? So the price that I would be getting for wraps was way more than what I would get, for in the US. So I was doing this with PayPal. So when I got to the point where I needed to start investing, guys, I was able to start off really small, and PayPal Working Capital gave me a loan of $500. And then what happens is that, yes, honey, hustling. But what happened is with PayPal Working Capital, you don't have to pay anything back. The way it works is, as your sales come in, they will take a percentage from what you choose. So you could say, I want to pay 10%. So let's say you make $10, they take $1. You make $100, they take $10, right? And that's how you pay your loan back, right? That's it. There's nothing on your credit. And then every time you pay it back and you got your volume coming in and more sales coming in, boom, they raise it up. Now, guys, the last loan that I got from Working Capital was $8,000. And what they approve you for is, I think it's 30%, either 20% or 30% of your volume. Okay? So on how much money you make for that month, they'll be willing to loan you up to either 20% or 30%. I don't know exactly the percentage, but now the last loan that I got from them was $8,000, and I started off at $500. So all I'm saying is, that's the reason why I don't really have a lot of patience for, and sometimes it's not the best way to be. You should have patience with people, but truth be told, I've been through so much on my journey that I really don't have a lot of patience to hear a lot of excuses, because I really know that you just got to do what you got to do. You may not be able to have a coach now, but you're going to win anyway. Remember what I told you guys, before I had a coach, I already made money in my business. I already had a community. I already did what I had to do. So when people came, when I went to a coach, I wasn't coming like I didn't know nothing. I was like, yep, let's go. I had something to work with. It was like, oh, okay, yeah. Let me see what I could do with your business. Here, let's do this, right? So you got to just work, and you got to do what you got to do. You have to, if you truly want this. So that's the next question. Do you want it or you don't? Because that's us as moms, we get stuff done, period. Right? As moms, we get stuff done. And guess what? We get it done under sometimes the worst conditions. We get it done under sometimes with our heart breaking. Because listen here. Y'all don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? So we get things done, which means that you need to get serious about what you want in your business and get things done. All right? All right, guys. So I'm out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you want to get into the Slay Your Brand program, we got 4 more spots left. Just fill out your interview so we could chat about it. All right? And that's it. Danny, yes. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.